Since you haven't heard what I've been saying, if there's anything that you need, please let me know so we can add it into today's practice. If there's areas that you want to address, thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. Things that you want to do. Okay, good deal. All right. So I'll try this phone one more time. Again, the music is just kind of for the background, kind of just, we'll see if it sticks with us today. So, better but not great. Okay. Okay. I just didn't want my ringtone to be on, but I think we should be okay. Okay. I will talk a little louder as well. Kind of quiet here in the beginning. Okay. So, it looks like several of us here. So, good morning. We'll go ahead and get started. Again, if there's any little last minute things you want to send me about sound, about things you want me to cover this morning, any areas you want to address, any feedback, again, on the times. I set the rest of this week and next week at 10 a.m. I find that not knowing how the day is going to go, I would just like to get them up there. I do like to practice with you in the evenings, but sometimes by 5 o'clock, kind of don't know what's going on with the day. So, okay, so we're kind of joining back in. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to a comfortable seat on your mat. That can be cross-legged, that can be sitting on your heels, stretching quads and hamstrings. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Okay. Hello, welcome, good morning. So we will address the legs, we will do some core, we will do a little bit of everything today. We'll just kind of do a midweek flow and kind of see where we're at. So I invite you to sit comfortably, cross-legged or sitting on your heels, sitting up nice and tall. Feel free to close your eyes. Feel free to drop out of the mind and down into the heart space. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, just kind of all joining our energy together, all just coming together here this morning. Finding yourself nice and tall through your spine, tall through the crown of the head. Allow your collarbones to open and drop your shoulders onto your back. Good morning. Just taking a few minutes here. Definitely catch this later when you can. It will be posted. So noticing the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Inhaling, inflating, expanding, opening, lifting gently in the chest and the heart space. And as you exhale, letting everything release and gently fall and float down. Belly button draws up and in, starting to engage your core. Letting the hands relax. This morning, if you'd like a little bit of energy, you can turn the palms up, receptive and open. If you would like a little bit more grounding, you can turn the palms down on the knees. Good morning. Just taking several breaths here. Again, dropping out of the mind, dropping down into your heart space, coming into your body. And starting to tune in, starting to tune into each other, just maybe imagining us all in the studio space together. Remembering what that collective energy feels like to be together in a room, practicing and breathing and flowing, supporting one another. So today's practice or afterwards, let me know how I can continue to support you with these classes, with information. Draw that belly button up and in towards your spine. And asking yourself what you need today. invite you to take any variation of a posture today that feels right to you. I invite you to challenge yourself or take care of yourself when you need to. I invite that today's focus be on your breath, be on expansion, love, and gratitude. And going with the flow. You don't always know what's going to happen each morning, right? So being open to the day as it comes. I invite you to drop your chin to your chest, staying tall through the spine. We're going to make our way down through the body today, opening up those channels, clearing the clutter, right? Starting at the top. So with the chin to the chest, on an inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Drop the left shoulder, open, maybe slight lift of the chin, play with that feeling. On the exhale, roll the head to the back, lift the chin to the sky, tall through the spine. Inhale to the left. Exhale, chin to the chest. Again, inhale to the right. Exhale it back. Inhale to the left. Feeling that stretch down the neck, the shoulder, maybe even the cheek and the jaw. Exhale, chin to chest. Stay tall through the back of the neck. Inhale, left, going the opposite way. Let it be a continuous circle. Exhale to the back. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the chest. Inhale, left. Exhale, back. Inhale, right. Exhale to the chest. Bringing the head to neutral, drop the shoulders on the back. Inhale, tall through the crown. Exhale, look to the right. As you look to the right shoulder, drop the chin down in front. Walk the left fingertips away from you. Out to the side, on the floor. Releasing. Head up to neutral into center. Inhale, tall. Exhale to the left, chin towards the shoulder. Drop the chin down in front. Walk the right fingertips away from you. Starting to connect through the head, the neck, down the arms. Inhale, head to neutral and bring it back to center. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms up, lift the chin on the inhales. Exhale, chin to the chest on the exhales. Inhale up. Starting to get things moving, connecting the arms, the shoulders, the hands. Spread those fingers. Inhales on the way up. Expand out to the edges of the room. Up, draw the belly button and the ribs up and in. Exhale, let it drop down, chin to the chest. Another, inhale up. Interlace the fingers at the top, flip the palms, stretch it up, press the arms back past the ears, really opening the arms, the shoulders, the lats. Take it to the right on the exhale, just a little side bend. Inhale it up, good morning as you're joining us, exhaling it to the left. Inhale it up through center. Flip the palms towards the body, take it down, reach it out through the backs of the hands. Let the shoulder blades slide to the sides of the ribs all the way down. Good. Planting the left hand, sorry, that's my right. Plant your left hand, inhale the right arm up, exhale it over to the left. Take that side bend. Maybe you come to the elbow, maybe the forearm. Scoot more towards center here. Maybe you're on a bent hand. Keep your sit bones grounded. Reach up and out from the sit bone to the fingers and breathing into those ribs. Let them open from the inside. Really important to keep our deep breathing, to keep expanding. As we move into spring, it feels good. Inhaling up, exhaling down, getting rid of those winter. You know, when it's winter or we're cold, we draw in, we don't breathe as deeply. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, take it over to the right. It's time to be in spring. It's time to open up. It's time to bring in that air, that prana, that life. Maybe looking forward or up past your elbow. And reach through the ribs. Open them to the side. Continue to ground into the earth. The exhales drop you a little deeper to the right. Inhale it up. Exhale down. A little twist. Right hand behind the right hip, left hand to the right knee. Inhale tall. Lift through the chest. Exhale, looking past your right shoulder. Taking that gentle twist, drop the shoulders down. Just starting to wring it out. Release to the front. Left hand behind the left hip, right hand to the left knee. Inhale tall. Exhale, looking past the left shoulder. Lifting tall through the spine on the inhales, wringing it out on the exhales. Getting everything moving here, starting from the top. We're working our way down through the body. Release it to the front. Walking the hands in front of you, walk them all the way forward, releasing the belly down, releasing the chest, releasing the forehead to the ground. Sinking back through your sit bones, tailbone reaching back through the earth. Long spine here. Melting down. Let that forehead connect to the earth if you can. Maybe you connect to a block or a pillow. And breathe into that low back space. Really start to open it up. Walk it over to the right. Opening up that left kidney, the left adrenals, letting go of some stress here. And really kind of let go of the ribs. Sometimes we feel like we have to hold it together. We're going to really open up this side body. Let it go. See if you can reach that left hand a little bit further. Maybe melt the forehead down between the arms. Let the belly button release towards the spine. Draw it in. Walk it through the middle and over to the left. Laying out over that left leg. Reaching through the fingertips, melting down, and now releasing over the right kidneys, the right adrenals, letting go of that space. Breathing into that space, letting the head go, letting it reach for the floor. Walking it back to center, and walking back up towards your knees. Shoulders up, back, and down. Roll them on the backs of the ribs. Good. We're going to play with eagle arms this morning, continuing to open the shoulders, the chest, and the back. I know personally that's where I've been feeling it lately. Not being in the studio and not being able to do massage therapy, I'm really feeling it kind of in my neck and shoulders. So we're going to inhale to open up wide, thumbs up towards the sky. As you exhale, the right arm is going to cross underneath the left, bend at your elbows. It may be backs of hands together, or maybe you have the availability to wrap. So we're going to bring the elbows parallel to the floor, fingertips to the sky. And let your shoulder blades drop down and apart. So on the inhales, lift through the fingers. And on the exhales, drop the shoulders. Good. So a little inhale up and a little exhale, drop it down. So you're pulling down and back through those shoulders. Inhales up. Exhale down. Inhales up. We're releasing those trap areas, upper traps. Pull on the neck. Inhales up. Exhales down. One more. Feeling that space, creating that space. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Beautiful. Begin to unwind. Inhale, take it wide open. Exhale, cactus arms. Draw it back. Lift the chin. Good. Inhale to expand the arms. Exhale, left arm under the right this time. Wrapping. Again, backs of hands is available or palms of hands. Shoulders parallel to the floor, elbows parallel. Inhale up through the fingers. Check in, belly button draws into the spine, tall spine. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Connected groundedness to the floor. Relax the legs and the hips. Inhales up. Exhales, drop the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. Feel free to close the eyes. One more, inhaling up through the fingers. Exhaling, space in the back of the shoulders. Beautiful. Unwind, big inhale. Exhale, cactus arms, lift through the heart, lift the chin. Beautiful. Bring it back together. Prayer hands, connecting elbows, forearms, palms of hands all the way to the fingertips, and just start to engage the shoulders. We are going to tie in some shoulders today, as well as some lower body, hamstrings, quads. Just want you to feel the engagement here. Feel how that strengthens the shoulders just by bringing the arms together. You can feel it all the way up into the caps of the shoulders, the deltoids. Beautiful. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers except for the pointer fingers, Kali Mudra. Exhale, take it to the right. Bring it up to center. Exhale to the left. Good. Exhale, bring palms down through center. We're going to interlace the hands behind the back. Extend the arms. You can leave Kali Mudra, so leaving those pointer fingers out if you would like. And a mudra is just a hand seal or a hand position that enhances your practice. So Kali Mudra is a goddess with the qualities of destruction, but what she destroys is the darkness. I think I actually shared this in our first video. So just using that, we need destruction. It's part of the circle of life. So we have to destroy the stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. We have to tear down the old, and that gives us energy and room for new growth. So we're lifting back. So sometimes we think of that finger hand position as a sword of light, cutting through the darkness, cutting through the unknowns, the stuff that we're not sure about, and letting that sword of light be your guidance and your strength. So we're lifting through the heart space. Inhale, lift through the chest. Open the throat. Really opening the chest, breathing into the chest, opening the heart space. Exhale, chin to neutral, release the hands down and shake it out. Good. We're going to start to move into the back. So go ahead and come just sitting on the knees. If that's not 100% comfortable, you can always grab a pillow, tuck it between the heels and the sit bones. Just gives you a little extra cushion, or it can be between your ankles and the floor if you need that. So just sitting here for a moment. We're going to move into child's pose. So have room in front of you. We're going to do a little bit of movement, start to come into the back space. So child's pose, walking your body, your torso out long over your legs, stretching those arms forward. Let the forehead connect to the earth. We're going to be active, so we're going to be up on fingertips here. It starts to engage the arms, starts to engage the shoulders. If there's compression in the shoulders, you can take the arms wide. So you can go as wide as your mat or even off the edges. Just breathing here, in through the nose, finding length in the spine, sinking down through the sit bones. Starting to engage those arms. And then walk the hands around back by your heels, beside the body. On the inhales, we're going to lift up, standing on the knees, create a little space between your knees here. Taking it up, taking it back into a little back bend if you like that, or just straight up and out of your spine. And then as you exhale, sitting, laying over the legs, sweeping the arms back. Inhales, rise up. Again, taking the back bend if you like it, or straight up to the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhales on the way up. Exhales on the way down. Belly button draws in towards the spine. Couple more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Feel free to have a blanket under the knees or to be on a rug or a carpet for a little extra padding. Exhale. Do two more. Inhale it up. Maybe that back bend takes a little bit further back. Exhale. Last one. Take it up and strong. Staying here, find that Kali Mudra. Interlace the hands, hug the ears. Good. We're going to extend the right leg out to the side. Good. We're going to play. Be up on the heel, toes to the sky. Beautiful. Release this right hand down onto the right leg. Reach up through the left side body. Take it long. Fold it over. Your hand slides down that right leg. Keeping the chest open. You look forward or up. Really breathing into that left side body. Reaching here. Inhale, take it up. Left hand on the left hip, right hand to the sky. And this left hand is your support. Lift up and over, back bend it. Reach through those right toes. Shoulders out of the ears. Inhale it up. Hand down, slide that knee in, left leg out. Toes are to the sky, we're on our heel. Feel free to have that foot down if you want a little bit more balance. Left hand on the left leg, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, over to the left, slide it down. Reach it up, again, chest is forward, no rounding. Open up, see if you can look up past that elbow. The hand is on the leg for support. Belly button in, slide over as far as it feels good to you. Open that side body. We're opening up down here right by the hips, right into the pelvis. Inhale it up. We'll switch. Right hand on the right hip, left arm high. Press in and down on that right hip. Lift up and out of your spine. You can reach through those left toes. Take it out here. Breathe. If it's available and the hand wants to come to the floor, you can take that side bend, or you can take a block or a book. Good, using your core, bring it up and in. Good, draw that left leg in. All right, hands and knees, a little cat and cow. We're getting really nice and open in the side bodies. And let's open some front to back. Again, if you want a blanket for your knees or a little extra padding, you can. Your fingers are spread wide. Knees are under hips and tops of the feet are on the floor. I'm going to turn for you here. So we've got a nice neutral spine. So that may mean relaxing the belly. It may mean drawing it in. I'm gazing straight down at the floor. We're going to start some cat and cow here. So on the inhale, lift the tailbone, release the belly, chest is forward, and your shoulders draw gently back and towards one another. Exhale, round it up. Good. Inhale, release the belly. Shoulders back, shoulder blades to the spine. On the exhale, chin to the chest, round up through the shoulders, press the arms into the floor. Continue. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, round it up. Inhales, release. Exhales, round it up. Resist the urge to curl the tail. The rounding is through the shoulder blades, pressing of the arms and drawing the chin to the chest. Good. You can move it down the spine. Maybe you need it in your mid-back today. So now lift up through the mid-spine. Send this part right up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Now send it back through the lower back. Open up this low back space here. Send it to the back wall. Inhale, release the belly. Chin lifts. Maybe you look up or maybe you look straight ahead. Listening to your own body. Exhale, release. Round it up. Good, let's do two more. Opening where you need it, lifting where you need it. Maybe you open a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. Open those ribs. Lower it down, inhale. One more, exhale, round it up. Coming to neutral spine. We'll extend that right leg straight back, okay? So parallel to the floor, doesn't have to be high, just straight back. As if you're standing on that wall behind you, flex your toes to the ground. Draw your belly button into neutral. Good. Finding some balance here, we've got the right leg lifted. We're gonna lift the left arm. So we have opposites going. Thumb to the sky. Working on balance. So gazing straight down or at the front edge of your mat. Draw that belly button in, continue to breathe. Reach through that heel, reach through the fingers. And then draw the hip and the shoulder into their socket. Take it into your center. Still breathing. Smiling. These are the moments where I wish I had some music for distraction. Feel free to turn on your own playlist at home today. Good. We're going to lift that heel a little higher, lift the thumb a little higher. If you'd like a little opening, bend at the knee, reach back for the ankle, and just give a little kick. So we're lifting the chest here, gently kicking into the hand. Little bit of a back bend, little chest opener. Extend it out. Arm forward, leg back. Hold it here, draw that belly button in. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Round out that lower back, let it go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow, round that spine. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, draw it in. Really round out through the low back. Get rid of any tension back there. Elbow to knee, hold it. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, let it go. Open it out. Hand down. Knee down. Good. If you need a minute, roll that right wrist. Shake it out. We're going to do the other side. So your fingers are spread wide. The weight's in the first finger and the thumb. It helps to keep it out of the wrist. Extend that left leg back. Reach through the heel, belly button in. Broadening the chest. Extend the right arm by the right ear. Good. Breathing here. Engaging the core. Reaching through the fingers. See if you can hear your own breath. Lift the heel, lift the thumb. Strengthening our back, which in turn supports our core, all that center area. Bend at the knee, reach back for the ankle. Lift, give a little kick. I like to flex the foot, gives me a little handle. Open the chest. See if you can reach that foot to the sky. Keep it lifting. Little back bend. Extend it out. Exhale, knee to elbow underneath the body, round that spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round it in. Use your breath today. Bring it in. Round it up. Hold it. Hold it. Continue to breathe. Lengthen on the inhale. And bring it down. Good. Take the knees wide. Let the big toes touch. Sink back into your heels. Child's pose. Melt it down. Belly to the earth. Chest and chin or forehead. Take a couple of really deep cleansing breaths here. Can be exhaling through the mouth. Can be deep exhales through the nose. Check in with your intention. What was your purpose for being here this morning? Continue to honor yourself. And even honor if it changes. Beautiful. We're going to come up onto hands and knees. Walk the hands forward a little bit. We're going to move into puppy pose. Good morning. And we're going to melt the heart down. You're going to leave your bottom in the air. It's like a little puppy, little cat. They always do these stretches as they get up. We're going to reach back through the tailbone. Chin connects or forehead. We're opening the upper back. Again, if there's compression in the shoulders, you can take them wider. Just going to do a little side here. So walking those hands forward, lifting it up. Lengthening the tailbone, just like you do in downward facing dog. Just let that heart melt to the floor. And then come into forearms. Good. So I'm going to stay a little bit sideways here for a minute. We're going to move into dolphin. To check your elbows, you're going to be on forearms. So check your elbows. Touch your fingertips to your opposite elbow. It's good for spacing. Place the hands down, fingertips, first finger and thumb. Curl the toes. And similar to down dog, we're going to lift the hips, but we're going to stay on the forearms. So you're going to lift here. You're going to feel that in the hamstrings. Let the head hang heavy between the arms. Kind of walk in place. Walk those heels. Continue to melt. And gently press down through your arms. Strengthen your shoulders. Kind of start to activate them. Turn them on. Walk those heels. Maybe walk them wide. The heels will probably not touch the ground right now, and that's okay. One more breath here, really pressing the forearms into the earth, and then lowering the knees down. Sit back, child's pose. Stretch it out. Walk it to the right. Take those arms over to the right. Let the chest come outside the knees, if the knees are together. Feeling how much more open the side bodies are. Walk it to the left. Walking it back to center here in child's pose on your mat. Good. Inhale forward, curl the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now walk those heels once again, melting them to the floor. Take deep knee bends, really working all the way into the hips. Walk the feet wide. Send those hips back. Walk the feet together. Bring the big toes to touch. Send the hips back. Gazing between the hands. Walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, flat back, long spine. Right here, looking at the front edge of your mat. Uncurl the spine. Reach the heart forward. Shoulders draw back. Bring the weight forward into the toes. We tend to sit back here. Softness to the knees. Couple of breaths here, just starting to wake up the hamstrings, bending the right leg and the left leg. And let it go. Uttanasana into your forward fold. Continue to walk the legs, bending the knees, waking them up. Good. Inhale to rise. Reverse the swan dive, long spine. Open it up. Take it tall to the sky. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale up. Kali Mudra. Interlace those fingers at the top. Hug it and fold to the right. Inhale, center. Fold to the left. Inhale up. Bring the palms, prayer hands right through center as you fold in half. Inhale, half lift. Bring the weight forward. Exhale, let it go. Plant the hands, right foot back, left foot back, come into plank. Open the chest. Feel free to have knees down. As your core gets stronger, you'll be in a full plank. You can have toes touching or feet apart, play with that. Keeping your bottom down in between your shoulders and your heels. And today during practice, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, while we're hanging out here, lift the right toes. Put them down, lift the left toes. Strengthening our core. Toes down, lower through chaturanga. Elbows in, again, you can bring the knees down. Uncurl the toes, cobra. Inhale, lift the heart, relax the glutes. Open up the belly, give that belly a minute to soften. Gentle, healthy compression in the lower spine. Exhale, let it go. Curl the toes, reverse the push-up. Send it back, downward facing dog. Walk it out here. I'm just gonna come to standing, but I want you to stay here. Start to walk your heels. Release it down, move the knees, deep bends into the hips, sink the heels. Maybe even play with lifting the toes off the ground when you're there. So we're really working on the backs of the legs right now, waking them up. Good. So I wanted to just mention too, in Cobra, when we're laying down and we lift the chest, if there's too much compression in the back, widen the feet. So take them wide to the edges of your mat. All right, spend another moment here in down dog. Press it back into the legs. Deep knee bends. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Bring the weight forward. Bring the chest as if you're looking over the edge. Peek over. Lift the toes off the ground. Draw them towards the shins. Exhale, let it go. Release the toes. Reverse the swan dive all the way up. Hug it in. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Good morning. Inhale up. Fold it in half. Fold at the hips. Stick the bottom out. Long spine. Inhale, flat back. Uncurl the chest. Lift the tailbone. Soft bend to the knees. Good. Plant the right hand in center. Bend the right leg, right hand in center, left hand to the sky. So we're starting to move down this left IT band, outside of the legs. Gently press into that left hip. Open the chest. If the arm up is too much, you can have the hand on the hip, continuing to open the shoulder, listening to your body. Exhale, left hand down, we'll switch. Left hand plants, left knee bends, right leg to the sky. Reach it back. Open through that right IT band, down the outside of the leg. Open the chest. Top hand down. Inhale, flat back. Step the right leg back. Runner's lunge. Good. So bring the bottom down, ankle under the front knee, reaching through that back heel. You're up on the toes. Good. Feel free to be up on the fingertips. And reach it out here. A lot of times we think this is just a transition. There's a lot of work you can do right here. You can come up, bring the arms out to airplane arms if you want a little bit more core work, a little bit more leg strengthening. Reach through the fingertips. Just another variation. Long through the spine. Open the chest. We're going to take this right hand down, left hand to the sky, adding another twist. Hug the hips. Draw them together behind you and reach through that back heel. Reaching the top hand to the sky, hug the muscles to the bones. Strong arm. Beautiful. Top hand comes down. Step it back into plank. Here's where you have the plank options. Plank on the knees, lifting the right toes for a few breaths. Lifting the left toes for a few breaths, engaging the entire body, but keep that bottom down. Bring those toes down, lower through to hover or to the floor. And start to take variations here. If you hover, move into upward facing dog. So we're lifted up onto the toes. The legs are off the ground, fully engaged. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Let the head go, let go of the neck, let go of stress, let go of those shoulders. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, foot between the hands. Beautiful. Runner's lunge on the other side. Just gonna angle here for you. So we're reaching through that back heel. Bottom is low, leg is strong. Ankle under the knee. You can be on fingertips, you can be on blocks or supports. You can bring the arms out to airplane arms for a little bit more core today. Shoulders down and back. Breathing. How do you need to challenge? Hug those hips. Maybe lift through pelvic floor. Remember your intention. We are here for healing and peace. Maybe you're here for a really tough workout. Maybe you just need to clear that mind a little bit. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. Hug the hips. Maybe you need to burn it out, sweat it out. Whatever you need today. We are here for you. Reach through that top arm. Strong, expansive arms. Exhale, top hand down. Back foot steps forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Draw the head down. Grab onto the ankles, the calves, the backs of the knees, and draw yourself in. Shoulders away from the ears. Belly button to the spine. Bring the weight forward into the toes. Hold on to the front of the legs and press away for a half lift. Lengthen through the crown, long neck. Exhale, let it go. Draw it in one more time. Belly button out of the way. Reverse the swan dive. Lift it up. Open back bend. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. So we're sitting back. The tailbone is uncurled. The heart is open, little back bend. Sit back in the heels. Good. Feel those legs working. Shift the weight into the right leg. Lift the left leg just off the ground. Send it back onto the toes for high lunge. It's okay. It's a little wiggly the first time. Lift up through the lower tummy. Shoulders melt. Heart lifts. Sink into your feet. Finding the breath. Beautiful. We're going to step the back foot forward halfway. Plant the foot, a little bit of an angle. Open the arms out and fold over that front leg. Hands can come to the floor or to the leg or to blocks. We're going to bring that nose towards the shin. Good. Bring the hips around to the back. Lengthen this front leg, hamstring. Let go of the shoulders, let go of the head. If you want to work on balance as well, you can take one or both hands to grab the back thigh. Let that head go. You'll challenge yourself a little bit here. Hands down, frame that front foot. Step it back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Maybe you remember our roller coaster from the other day. So we're going to rise up onto the toes, roll the low back, roll the shoulders over the hands, the wrist, and then we're going to lower down through chaturanga. Chaturanga is lowering through our plank to hover or belly to the floor, shoulders back, lift it up. Exhale, let it go. Reverse your push-up. Find downward facing dog. Walk it out. Take a few breaths here. Just checking in. Okay. Take a few breaths. Take what you need. Shoulders away from the ears. I don't think we can ever hear that enough, right? All right. Inhale, right leg high. See if you can melt that left heel to the ground. See if you can keep that hip from opening. Mine likes to open right away. Step the right foot forward. Lengthen it out. Runner's lunge here. Take a breath. Good. Planting the back foot at an angle. Good. Inhale up. Actually, come back onto those back toes. We're going to come into our high lunge. So sometimes it's just a matter of a change of the foot or the toes. So we're up on the back toes. We're engaged through a strong leg, and we're going to make our way forward. Okay? So we're going to shift the weight into that front standing leg. Lift that back leg off the ground. I'm going to invite you to bring it on through for a balance. Put that left ankle on your right knee. And you're going to bring the hands in front of heart. You don't have to turn. We're going to sit into a little bit of a chair. Single leg chair, tall through the spine. Feel free to have a wall or a chair or a partner. Let those hips go. Let it sink back. Really open up this right hip here. Good. Bring it a little bit to standing, enough to bring that foot down. Coming into Utkatasana, chair pose, arms back up. Inhale it tall. Take a little back bend if you like it. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shake it out. Take a moment here, maybe a little helicopter. Whatever you need. Okay, planting your feet for Utkatasana. I'm just gonna move back. I feel like I'm really close this morning. It's always a little something. All right, feet hip distance. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. We're gonna link all these together. Breathing, sitting back in your heels. Maybe you play with lifting the toes. Good morning. Shoulders down and back. Feeling your core. Shift the weight to the left leg. Lift that right foot just off the ground. Send it back. High lunge. Step it back. Wiggle it back. It doesn't always go right where you want it. Interlace the hands. Hug those ears. Belly button draws up and in. Sink it down. Take what you need here. Hands can always be in front of heart. You can take a breather. Listen to your body. Beautiful. We're going to step the back foot forward halfway. Feel free to, again, change the arms at any time. Straighten the legs. See if you can fold it over here. Release the hands to the ground. Nose to the left shin. Relax the shoulders. Balancing the hips, drawing this front hip back, this back hip around. Just trying to bring balance. You're gonna feel it in the hamstrings. If you want a little bit more, you can lift those left toes, lift the right toes. Sometimes it's just about finding sensation, a sensation that you want, a sensation that you like. Release the toes, release the head. Step those back toes back. Go all the way into a runner's lunge. Good. Beautiful. Inhale, arms come up, high lunge. Sink it down, strong legs. Start to shift the weight forward into the front leg. Lift that right leg, draw it through, ankle to the knee, hands to heart center. Sink into single leg chair. The bottom is reaching for the back of the mat. Tall through the crown of the head. Again, if these don't feel comfortable to you, go right into a chair pose. Bring that foot down. Come in for balance. We're lifted tall in the spine. Excuse my foot grinding on the mat. Lift it up here, open the heart space. Good, one more, sink it down, one more breath, get deep into those hips. Good, release the foot down, come into chair, arms up. Good, fold it over, hands to the floor, lift the hips, release that low back, let it go. Let go of the head, tuck the fingers into the elbow creases and let yourself sway side to side. Let go of the breath. Maybe it comes out the mouth for a deep exhale. Holding here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right leg steps back. Plant that foot at 90 degrees or parallel to the back of your mat. Cartwheel up for warrior two. Really open these hips. The body's open to the right. Knees open. Tracking straight over the toes, chest is open, and the head comes forward. Good. Lifting up here, belly button in. Support the spine, engage that core. Roll into the back pinky toe. Straighten the front leg. Hips reach to the back, reach it forward. Hand to the shin, maybe just below the knee, let it slide down. Opening up for triangle pose. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Option with the top arm again is to bring the hand to the hip and open the chest and shoulder. So what I like to work on in triangle is aligning the body. So this is not as effective as this with the hand up high. So your side body will open over time with breath. So being here, you actually address different muscles. So see if you can bring yourself in line, bring yourself against a pretend wall back here. or a real wall. You can totally use a wall. And melt down. If you want to work on core strength, if you want to continue to work on those abs and get your center strong, you can take this bottom arm out. It's a different intention. We're engaging, we're strengthening here versus opening and lengthening. Both are good. Cartwheel the arms down, step it back. Top of a push-up. Take a breath here, take any variations, take any options. Feel free to go straight to downward facing dog. Find the breath. Lower down. Upward facing or cobra here. Cobra relaxes the glutes, upward engages. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Walk the heels, sink those heels to the earth. Inhale, right leg high. Sink the left foot to the ground. Let that heel touch. Right foot forward, back foot parallel. Open up, warrior two. We're now facing the left side of the mat. Good. Knees tracking forward. Open it up if you need to. We're starting to engage the glutes. Lift the belly. Drop the shoulders. Find the breath. Sink it down. Focus right here, right now, on your body, your sensations, your now, your breath. You guys are awesome. Straighten that front leg. Sink the hips to the back. Reach the hand forward as if somebody's giving you a gentle pull. Hand to the shin, left arm to the sky. Open it up. Again, aligning the body. Pretend there's a wall behind you. Bring the shoulders to the wall. Bring the head to the wall. See if you can relax the hips, the kneecaps. Trust your feet. Reach through that top hand. If you want a little bit more side body stretch, you want to focus on the lengthening. Reach that top arm long by the ears. If you want to focus on core, you want to match this side of your abdominals with the other side. Lift that lower arm. Couple of breaths. You'll notice it engages the entire body. Top hand comes down, frame the front foot. Back foot steps forward. Let it go. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Completely let it go. Shake the head. Open the low back. Draw the belly in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Plant the hands. Walk, step, or hop into plank. Good. For those of you practicing the jump back or the jump forward, the real art comes in being very light on your toes. Lower it down and through. And come all the way to the belly and rest. Take a moment. Stack the hands under the chin and just rock the hips. Rock the heels. Good. Just take a moment here. Let it go. All right. So we've been working on the hamstrings a bit. We're going to balance that by working on the front of the legs. Draw that left heel towards your left sit bone. Reach back with the left hand and draw it down. You can rest the chin on the hand. Start to notice if your left hip creeps up off the floor. If it does, gently press that hip bone to the earth. This just means that we're working on the hip flexors. It crosses the hip, maybe a little tight. So we're just gonna open it up. Just breathe into that stretch. Couple of really deep breaths. If it's available and that's really easy and comfortable for you, you can bring the heel outside of the glutes and continue to draw that heel down. Just meeting yourself where you are. Release the left foot without slingshotting, and then draw that right one up. Grab onto the ankle and draw this side down. and keep your knee in line. So a couple ways the body likes to cheat. The knee likes to go out to the side, or that hip likes to peel up from the earth. So we're going to keep the knee in line and the hip down. And when you get to your edge, this is where the breathing happens. This is where we relax. Comfortably, uncomfortable. No pain. Remember your intention right here, right now. Nothing else matters. The rest of the day doesn't matter. It will unfold. Holding onto this right leg, we're going to draw that left one back up, grabbing onto both. Bring the chin to the earth and draw those heels to the sit bones. Again, keeping the knees closer together but not touching. Flexing the feet, so you've got little handles. Begin to kick back. The kick back will lift the chest. Good morning. And as you inhale and exhale, you will rock on the belly. The inhales will inflate the belly, the exhales will deflate the belly. And if you want a little bit more, lift those feet to the sky. Opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Hug them down when you're ready. Don't let go of the feet yet. Draw them into the sit bones. One cheek to the floor or chin to the floor. And breathe. Release the feet down. Okay, we're gonna do a little frog pose today. It wasn't really in my plan, but we're working on the hips and the thighs and the hamstrings. So the hips just tie in. You can't not do everything. So I'm gonna invite you sideways on your mat. I'm gonna turn my mat. If you want a blanket, if you have a little bit bony knees, or you just want a blanket, go ahead and get a blanket. And you're gonna fold it so it's not very wide, but it's long. Okay, I don't have a blanket with me right now, but you can fold a blanket. Just, you want a little bit of cushion, but you want it to be as long as your mat. You're gonna lay it right in the center of your mat. Okay, you're gonna come onto your knees, and you're gonna come sideways. And then you're gonna start to walk the knees apart. You're gonna turn your toes out, so think of a frog. And we're gonna start to melt down. We're gonna get the inner thigh. Feel free to come to the elbows. Keep walking those knees apart. Now the trick here is to not bring the bottom forward or to bring the bottom back. You're gonna keep the bottom right in between the knees, okay? Get that stretch. Feel free to bring the chest to the ground, to bring a pillow in. You got a pillow handy? All right, so just relax. Gravity is gonna naturally kind of press down. Don't have to do any work here. You don't have to go further than you want to, but we're gonna breathe. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Relax the toes, relax the hips. It's a very vulnerable space, but it's also more comfortable because the area is protected. It's facing the earth. You're in your own home. We have to balance the hips. Sometimes the inner hips get really tight from us holding. Last breath. So the easiest way that I have found is to slide the belly forward, come down, and walk those legs together behind you. Once the legs are together, press it back, take a child's pose. Inhale, beginning to walk yourself up. And since we're on our mat, or down on the mat, we're gonna go ahead and stay down. So you stay right there. I'm just gonna turn my mat back. Okay. So bring those legs around front. Give them a little shake. All right. So drawing any flesh straight back, making a nice connection through the sit bones. We're gonna draw the left leg in for Janu Sirsasana. So the sole of the foot is in the inner thigh, or you can bring the foot up into the hip crease. Feel free to play. Good morning. So find which one feels good to you. If you want to support this knee, if you're in the hip crease and it comes off the ground, you can support it. Inhale up tall. Exhale, walking it forward. You can leave the hands on the ground. You can bring the hand to the foot. There is an option to bind here if you like binds or just playing a little bit differently. This left arm is going to sneak around the back to try to find those left toes. And then we're going to walk forward with that right arm. So keeping the chest long. And melt yourself down. Again, this is just an option, not a requirement. If you got a little strap, or maybe you can grab onto the back of your shirt. A little strap can wrap around the toe or the foot. Each exhale melts you down. And again, no rounding. Try to let go of rounding. Lead with the heart. Leave that mind set back a little bit, gazing beyond the toes. If you want to release the bind, you want to go a little bit deeper into your fold, reach it forward with both hands. Relax the kneecap and the backs of the knees and press through the ball of the big toe on the right foot. Getting into those hamstrings a little deeper. Lengthen out, reach through the crown, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walks you up tall. Shoulders up, back and down. We're going to take this left leg, if it's comfortable for you. It can stay right here. If it's available and you want to tuck it to the side, tuck it to the side. Draw this right leg in. Okay. Grab onto both sides of the foot. You're going to sit back on those sit bones a little bit of balancing here. And we're going to extend this right leg. It may be straight, it may not be. All good. Try it, draw those shoulders back. See if we can release the heel, release the kneecap. Slowly bend at the knee. As we bring this foot down, we're going to place the foot onto the left knee. And take a little twist to the right. Right hand behind the right hip, left hand on the right knee, just take a twist. Exhaling, deepen the twist. Bring it back to the front and extend. Both legs sit on that right hip. Sweep that left leg around, give it a little shake. Okay. Setting up for the other side, draw the right leg in. Again, it can be inside the thigh. It can be into the hip crease. You can play differently here if you want to. Exhaling to fold forward, walking the hands down, taking hold of the foot, the ankle, or the calf. Option to bind here, right arm sweeps around the back, finds those right toes, and then lower the chest to the floor. So I love having options here. I love offering binds and different options just because all of our bodies are so different. Our arms are different lengths, our torsos are different lengths, our legs are, and even in relation to each other. So something that might be difficult or easy just might be more accessible for your body type, as in length. And sometimes it's flexibility, but sometimes it's just proportions. So it's all beautiful. All the shapes are so beautiful. Lowering down. And really it's about being playful. Letting go of judgment and just being playful. Release that backhand if you've taken the bind. Fold it down. Letting go of the kneecaps. Pressing through the ball of that big toe, left foot. Inhale, walk it up tall. Shoulders back and down. Good. Taking this foot, it can be inside the front thigh, or you can option to tuck it out to the side. Roll that calf, gives a little bit more room. Okay. Draw the left leg in. Grabbing onto the sides of the feet, the foot. Sit back, find a little balance, and then begin to kick. Extend. Draw the shoulders back. A little bit here. Lift the heart space, so no rounding here. Lift it up. Draw the shoulders down and back. Release the heel. Really feel it down the calf. Sit up tall. Find your balance point. You can even be sitting on a block. It's another option. There aren't a lot of options out there today, are you? Bring that left foot to the right knee. We're going to twist to the left. Left hand back, support the spine. Right hand to the left knee, take the twist. Twisting on the exhales, tall on the inhales. Release it to the front. Good. Take that foot off. Bring it all back to the front. Give it a good shake. Opening those knees, hamstrings, calves. I don't even know what time it is, but we're going to take another forward fold and I'm going to find out. So draw that flesh straight back. Make a connection through the sit bones. Draw the toes back. See if you can draw the heels off the mat. Engage the legs. Finding staff pose, Dandasana. Hands are beside the hips. Again, arm length. They may hover. They may be resting comfortably on the floor. Lift up tall through the crown. It's not about right or wrong or perfect. It's about how it feels. Release those heels. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Full reach through the heart. Take hold of the feet, the calves, the ankles, over tops of the toes. Whatever's available. And exhale that belly button into the spine. Get it out of the way. Inhales, lengthen up the spine. I like to have a little space between my feet. To me, it keeps the legs right in line under the hips and allows for a little bit more of a fold, but again, something that you can play with. Inhales to lengthen. Exhales to fold. Release that lower back. Again, lead with the heart. Keep the head back, no drawing down through the forehead. Feel free to close your eyes here. To enjoy the inhales and the exhales. I like to think of this breath like the ocean, like a wave. So as you inhale, you draw up length of the spine, and as you exhale, you fold over the legs. You inhale, lengthen the spine, a little bit of floating up, and exhale floats you down towards the legs. It's one of my favorites. Just finding that motion, finding that visual. Good morning. One more full breath here. Lengthen it all the way from the tailbone, up the spine, out the crown of the head. Draw those shoulders into their sockets. And exhale, melt it down. Gravity to the earth. Good. Inhale, lift it up tall. Shoulders back and down. Beautiful. So you will not see me round the spine or roll up very much. Something that I've learned in working with the body and studying it is that the rolling up tends to put a lot of pressure on the discs at the front of the spine, causing things to pressure towards the back, which is sometimes where herniations happen, where little bulges happen. So by lifting up with a tall spine and an inflation of the lungs, you really have a nice supported spine, a lot less pressure, a lot less likely to cause injury to the back of the body. So I'm going to invite you to hug those knees in. Let's do one more core, okay? It's going to be a little bit strong, that's why it's here at the end, and again, it's an option. Okay, we're going to start in boat pose. We're going to flow a little bit. So bring those legs parallel. Okay, you can hold on behind the knees. It's been a little bit since I've done this one, but we're going to try it 5 times, okay? So on the inhale, the arms come up. On the exhale, you're going to roll down, go into an L shape, legs to the sky, arms long, and then rock it up, okay? Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, you got it, okay. Inhale up, exhale, roll it down, L shape, rock it up. 2, inhale up, legs can straighten or not, take it back, L shape, rock it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, legs high for an L. Exhale, rock it up. You can do one more. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, L. Exhale, rock it up. One more. Last one, promise. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. I got into the rhythm now. L shape. Exhale, rock it up. That one you can do if you want a little extra work. Put those feet down, round it out, cat spine. Beautiful. Coming onto your mat, hug those knees in, roll it back. Rock it side to side. An option here, if you want a little bit deeper of a twist today, we're going to do twisted root pose, one of my favorites. Arms out to a T, bring the legs sitting in a chair. Left leg crosses over the right. If it's available to wrap the toes, wrap the toes. If it's not, it's okay. It may happen as you come to the floor. We're going to drop the legs to the right, keeping the knees up towards the chest. Adjust the shoulder blades and enjoy your twist. If the knees don't fall to the ground, you can place a pillow here. If the bind all the way around the calf doesn't happen, it's okay, let it relax. I'm going to take a few quiet breaths and let you just breathe. Where can you soften? One more full breath, all the way in. All the way out. Ring it out, ring it out, ring it out. Head to neutral, knees to neutral. Unwind. Okay. Right leg over the left. Wrap the toes. Lower it to the left. Knees stay up towards the chest. Shoulder blades reaching back for the floor. Palm can be up or down. You can play with that. The head can roll to the right if you want to bring in the cervical spine. Or you can stay in neutral. Find a place where you can relax. Let go of effort. Let go of holding the legs. Let go of trying and doing. All you have to do right here is breathe. Breathe deeply, wring it out. When you breathe deeply, you squish and squeeze everything inside. It needs that sometimes. We're detoxing, but we're also drawing the energy up from our root, from our Shakti energy, that beautiful root energy that then draws up the spine and gives us life. Runs through all the chakras. Bring the head to neutral, bring those knees to neutral, unwind. Rock it side to side. Okay. All right, I'm inspired. We're going to do a shoulder stand. Feel free to join in. If you are not familiar with it, I'll show you how. If you just want to lay here and do legs up the wall, well, you can go to a wall or legs in the air. We're just going to be here for a few minutes. This is an inversion. It's beautiful. You can hold on to the legs. You can hold on to the toes. If you want to do shoulder stand, you're going to rock onto your back. Lift those hips. Look straight up at the sky. Hands to the low back. Walk the elbows together. And then when you're ready, send the legs up. Okay, legs, ankles over the hips. Lock the legs, zip them up. Last little bit, you guys are doing awesome. So an inversion lets the blood come back to the heart, gives the heart a little bit of a break from pumping all the way to the toes, brings everything we need back to the heart. So from here, if you want to join in, right toes overhead. Inhale up. Left toes. Inhale. Exhale on the down. Inhale up. Finding your rhythm, gazing straight up at the sky. One more on the right. One more on the left. If you want to take it one time with both feet overhead, see if those toes can find the earth. If not, keep the hands on the back. If your feet are not connecting, support your spine. If the toes touch down, you have the option to release. Hands to the low back, legs to the sky. Draw the knees towards the face, and we're going to roll down, hugging the knees in. We're going to reverse, just protecting the neck. So you're going to rock up, extend the legs, bring yourself to your forearms. Tuck those thumbs into those dimples of your low back, and let that head drop back. We're just opening the throat, opening the thyroid. This is fish pose. Draw the toes up towards the shins and press the belly button forward. Lift through the heart. Bring the chin to the chest. Walk the elbows out from underneath you and bring yourself all the way down onto the mat. Feel free to place something between the knees and the floor. Feel free to bring the knees up. Let the knees rest together. Just giving that low back a little bit of a breather. Take a full body stretch. Reach through the heels, reach through the hands. Stretch it out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Even find Kali Mudra, whatever feels good. Exhale it out the mouth. I didn't hear you. Let's do it again. Inhale, stretch it out. Stretch it out, stretch it out. We're gonna let it out the mouth this time, nice and loud. Let me hear you. Bring the hands down by the hips. Relax those legs. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Let go of the face. Close the eyes. I'm gonna dim the lights. With each exhale, settling deeper into the mat, deeper into your body, deeper into the earth. Those of you that are still with us, practicing, relaxing, moving into your Shavasana, recognize that Shavasana may be the most important pose of the whole practice. So often we don't give ourselves a chance to pause and integrate and feel and be. We move right into the next thing, right into the next thing, and right into the next thing, and then wonder how we got there. So enjoy this pause. Enjoy this pause, this moment in your mind, in your body, in your emotions. Give yourself a moment to honor, truly honor, and enjoy the work that you've done in your practice. And balance it here with the stillness. The stillness that was so desperately needed worldwide that the entire world stopped. The beauty that I'm finding is that we are all slowing down together. It's not one group. All of us together. Breathe that in. Feeling led to offer that if you would like to stay in your own Shavasana, if you would like to continue your time of rest, I invite you to do that. If you are ready to find movement, draw the breath in. Gently wiggle the fingers and the toes with the exhales. And join me in a comfortable seat. Placing the hands across your heart space, growing tall through the spine. Honoring within yourself the activity and the stillness, the doing and the being, the inspiration and the creativity, the manifest and the observing. So grateful to be with you here midweek. I hope it finds you well. The divine light in me sees, honors, loves, and respects the divine light within you. Whole, complete, powerful, and perfect. Namaste.